Hi, everyone. Welcome to date March 24th. We're so happy and excited to be here with y'all. Please make sure that you have somewhere to write down everything that we're going to be learning with Angela today. Let's welcome Angela. Welcome.
Thank you, Cynthia. Cynthia, I see in the chat we had a question about, could you
Yes.
share the playlist for the YouTube replays?
Yes,
Thank
I
you.
will share the playlist.
Awesome. Thank you. Since they're unlisted, we no longer search for the channel, but rather like save this playlist link in your notes somewhere, and then that will keep updating. It's just one of those things with unlisted YouTube videos that anyone who has the link has access, so it gets a little funny. Okay, thank you so much. All right, everyone. So today is March 24th. I was just looking at the calendar, right? So this is our second to last webinar for the month of March. We're going to be talking about just kind of an overview of the vital use lines that we have, and a review of the personalized sets that are based on what Emily Oquero recommended in her training that she did with us in English and Spanish last week. Then we will do our regular calculating sales and commission goals with those sets. We'll have a challenge with the direct product link. We're going to find vital use materials for business tools, and also we'll go over like where to find the replays for those trainings that we had this month. We have a special interview with Karla Diaz today, and she's going to be talking to us about how it's been going for her, coaching a team towards having more pro consultants and some things that have been working well for her. And for tech tips, we'll talk about how to create a simple demo for TikTok by just adding a quick video and text, and a few other features. So very simple way to reach a bigger audience using those social media platforms. So let's get started with our product spotlight, which is actually just like a review of vital use in general, right? So remember that we have our basic cleansing care line. So when you're talking about cleansing options with your customers, the micellar makeup remover would be great for like removing makeup from the whole face. This is something that we can use on the eye area and the lip area, which is not necessarily something we would do with the cleansing gel or anything else, right? So this is our micellar makeup remover. We have the cleansing gel, which is going to give us that deep yet gentle clean, and it's slightly astringent. Provence Rose helps tighten up our pores and keep them from build up. We have the micro peeling cream for our exfoliating needs, and the clarifying tonic. It's kind of that bridge between cleansing and moisturizing, where it's going to balance out our oil production, but also remove any other remaining impurities that might be on our skin. That's an important part of a cleansing routine. If we have like thicker moisturizers or sunscreens, heavier makeup, things like that, where you want to make sure you do another layer to balance out your skin, but also do one more round of cleansing. So for our anti-aging care, this is mostly our hydration and moisturizer options and the intensive renewal mask. So we know we have the day cream and the night cream, which are going to be, if we want the day cream, we want more of like protection from environmental elements. We want a lighter moisturizer during the day, and complement that with the redensifying night cream at night to help our skin repair itself from the damage throughout the day. For anyone with oily or combination skin, you would recommend the mattifying hydrogel. That yellow Moambe helps inhibit a little bit of that oil production to balance out our skin. And then the intensive renewal mask is deeply hydrating and repairing, right? So that would be something that they use once or twice a week for 15 to 20 minutes and then rinse off. So these are all great options for moisturizers and providing that regular anti-aging care. Remember, this is something that people tend to need more around the age 25 and beyond, but you might have some younger clients just looking for good moisturizers as well. So those can be really helpful for that. And for mature skin, the mature skincare line, we offer the Skin Perfecting Serum to balance out and even out skin tone, and to increase collagen and elastin, so that skin looks firm and kind of bounces back more. We have the Eye and Lip Contour Cream for eye, forehead, lip area, to really, fill out and define those contours in the areas where we tend to get deeper wrinkles. And the Deep Hydrating Cream, which can be used day or night. This is great for high maintenance, really dry or mature skin. And it's really like a rich moisturizer that has more anti-aging benefits. Great for the mature skincare line. So if you are looking at giving, more routine recommendations to different customers. We have a few personalized kits that Emily Oquero helped set up that you can just take screenshots of these to have as a reference. So as you're talking to someone about their skincare needs and you're kind of able to identify their skin type, you can have a list ready of the main products that you'll want to recommend. So if you have someone with mature skin, here is the list of the recommended Vital Use skincare products for their complete routine. The cost of this complete personalized routine for mature skin would be about $496 on regular price. Right now we're in sale price, right? So regular retail price would be $496. That means your pro commission consultants, right? So like if your pro consultants earning 30% commissions per kit of this mature skin kit, you'd be earning $148 approximately, right? So that means when your customer is refilling this set 4 times a year, right, to have every 3 months refills, that means your annual commissions could be as much as $595. So this is something good to have as a screenshot. Go ahead and grab a screenshot on your device so that you have this for later. If you're talking to someone who has oily or combination skin, they're going to use a lot of those same products, but you'll want to make sure that they have the mattifying hydrogel. Sometimes with someone with combination skin, they might want the mattifying hydrogel for their T-zone, followed by the day cream on the rest of their face. So that can get a little bit different. Make sure you're talking to them about what they need. But someone with oily skin definitely needs a good cleanser. They need a good tonic. They can add in the anti-aging products as needed, micro peeling cream for exfoliation, intensive renewal mask. So this oily or combination skin kit that you would recommend, the total cost would come to about $478 retail value. So if you're a pro consultant, your commission would be about $143 per kit. And when we multiply that by the 4 refills, that would be about $573 in income for you, in commissions for you, just on one person keeping up with this one set throughout the entire year. And again, these routines are meant to last about 90 days. So that would be refilling about every 3 months. Also, and go ahead and grab that screenshot if you haven't yet. And if you have someone who's struggling with dark spots or uneven skin tone, we're going to have a good cleansing routine. We're going to have a tonic. We're going to make sure that they're exfoliating regularly, etc. We're going to add in some anti-aging and other good skincare, but we also could add in the jackfruit cream. Remember that that's like a spot treatment, right? So jackfruit cream you'd use twice a day. You put it on top of your other skincare just on the darker spots, and it's going to help inhibit that pigmentation of the skin. So it's something that you use every day, twice a day, regularly. You start to see results in about 28 days and you keep on using it. So this is a little bit tweaked for people whose focus is evening out those dark spots and uneven skin tone. Okay, so then again, if they were to get these products from the Vital Use line, including the jackfruit cream, they would have a total cost of about $521. Your pro consultant commission per kit would be about $156. And that means refilling every 3 months, your commission would be a total of about $625. So as you can see, the Vital Use line is really a great way to offer high quality skin care to people at a reasonable price compared to a lot of other skincare options that are out there. And it's a great way to really build your income with your used business. So if you're looking at all 3 kits, let's just take as an average, the average cost of a complete skincare kit like this is about $498. That means per day, a person is spending about $5.53 on their skincare, which if you were to ask people, would you rather spend that on coffee or great skincare? Like a lot of people would choose great skincare, right? The average commission per kit would be about around $150, $149.40. And so your average commission per year per client would be $597, more or less. So if you're taking advantage of this product line and you're doing a lot of skincare demonstrations and you have 10 loyal skincare clients, that would be an annual commission of, is between like $5,000 and $6,000. If you break that up monthly, that would be about almost $500 per month just in skincare benefits. So this is really a great focus for your used business. We know the products are wonderful. We know they work great for our skincare, and they can really help you build your business. Any questions about that? Go ahead and let us know in the chat. Okay, are we feeling pretty confident with those three main personalized kits? Obviously, having those conversations with your customers and keeping up with our trainings will help you always be able to modify on the fly and get them the very best kit possible. And a lot of times we work up to these kits as well. Sometimes a customer is ready for the whole kit. And sometimes they say, I just want to try things out. You might pare it back a little bit and then rebuild to it. But just remember that show them the full skincare line, help them break it down by about how much is it per day, $5 or $6 a day, even having a really complete Vital Use skincare line. And a lot of people are willing to invest in that to feel great about their skin and use these wonderful natural ingredients that we have here at Used. Okay, so for our consultant challenge, we're not going to work on the whole line today. We're going to work on the Vital Use Mature Skin Set for our consultant challenge this week. So that means we're going to open up our personal website on a device. Please make sure you're going through a browser, not your app, so that you get a link that anyone can open, right? We're going to go into our personal website and click on Shop. You can go into the menu and search either sets or promos and offers, and you will find the Vital Use Mature Skin Set. Once you have found that, please click on the URL at the top. And from there, you'll be able to copy it and either take it to Bitly to shorten it first, or send it right off to Cesar to have that ready. Make sure you save it in your notes right away as well, so that you have easy access to that as you talk about our mature skincare this week. Remember that these are our focused anti-aging mature skincare products, but you'll also probably add on to this as you talk to your customers, a cleansing option, etc., as needed, keeping in mind those personalized kits as well. So when we sell the Vital Used Mature Skincare Set between now and Thursday, we will be and we send the link off to Cesar so he knows that we're taking part in it. We will be able to earn a 5 ml lavender essential oil by just selling one of the mature skincare sets. So just make sure you send off your link and that you're selling that set through your personal website, since this incentive excludes spa, PCC, and consultant orders. Okay, we know the drill, right? So we're working on selling the mature skincare set this week between Monday and Thursday to earn that lavender oil. All right, so we've been talking a lot about skincare this month. I want to do a quick review of where can we find all those Vital Use materials and training videos. So just keep in mind that these are under the product labels on our virtual office and in our consultant app. So if you are on your virtual office, you will go into training and product, and that's where you will see a lot of our brochures and training documents and things like that, like we went over earlier this month. Also remember that we have a product folder in the consultant app. So if you just go into your consultant app, click on resources, go into products, and then go into Vital Use. If you kind of have to scroll down to the bottom, it's like one of the last folders, the Vital Use topic. And there you'll see, for example, the PDF of that like 1-page explanation of the Vital Use line, for you to send facials off to your customers with samples. I don't know if it's been completely loaded. We just had a couple of trainings that we had this month on the Vital Use line. Those will also be updated in that same folder. So if they aren't loaded yet, I know it just takes a while for them to load, so just be patient and they will be there. Let us know if you have any questions about that, but it's a great way to keep up with that training. I kind of, look at my materials and retrain every time they come back on sale or every time someone's asking about them, just because there's so much information to know about our skincare line. And then for our prospecting and sales today, we have a special guest. Karla Diaz is going to be joining us to talk a little bit about the process of working with your team so that more of them can become pro consultants, so that more of them are growing in their business. So Karla has been with Used for a while. She's been a Used consultant for over 10 years. Started in Houston, now she's in Orlando. She's a mom. She joined just to help use those products with her children. But she's been so successful as a leader, and she's had great connections with her consultants and has helped a lot of them become pro consultants. So we're very proud of her and happy to have her around today to help share some tips about her experience and what she's been doing with her own team. So let me see. I'm going to stop my sharing. And I think, let's see, Karla's ready to go. Okay.
Yes, yes, yes.
Perfect. Hi, Karla. How are you?
Very good. Thank you so much, Angie.
Thank you
I'm
so
so excited to be here in this
Yeah.
webinar.
We're always excited to hear different perspectives and what you've been doing, that's what's working well for your own business and for your team. So thanks so much. We're happy to have you here. This is just going to be a brief interview, but Karla has lots of fun tips to share with us. So feel free to add on to anything else that you need to, Karla. But so you've been working with your team to develop that pro consultant status, right? So what do you do to encourage and coach your consultants so that they reach that pro consultant status of at least $500 per month?
Well, at the beginning, when the pro consultants doesn't be like a status in the company, it's like I send everythh to a group chat. Everybody has like a leader, our group chat, and I send everything through that. But then I think that every individual consultants need our attention. So I start doing my group chat for webinar reminders or, the promotions, weekly promotion, etc. But now I send a lot of information like Coco videos, for example, some tips, special tips, just individually. And then I receive more responses from my consultants and more, chat each other. And I think it's very successful idea.
Yeah.
Sorry. So that's the thing that I start doing.
Yeah, and I think that's great because a lot of times when we are part of a group chat, we don't feel like it's talking to us, right? It's hard to tell, like, am I supposed to just look at that information? Am I supposed to respond to it? Right? So by having those individual messages and keeping them personalized and conversational, I think that's a great strategy to help build the relationship with your consultant and also just personalize how you're coaching them, right? How you're helping them with those things. I love that. Thank you. Are there any things that you do regularly that your consultants can copy or duplicate and kind of follow your example with?
Yes, I think the company give us a lot of information, a lot of value things that one of those are the wellness event guides. So I procure to be sure that they read it, that they do the certifications. In that way, they feel secure and very, to share with the clients and the social media and everything, all the information that they give us, because it's nothing else. We don't need to be super expert. Just do that and that's it.
Absolutely. So they become product experts by using those wellness event guides and the certifications. And like you said, they don't have to have years of experience to be able to do that, right? They have the materials to get started right away. Yeah, I love that. Thank you.
The products, that all the things that you need to talk, everything. So you don't need
I love the updated wellness event guides. They're
I
so
love those. I
easy
love
to
it.
follow and easy to just have next to you and follow those bullet points. I love them. I think it's a great setup. Perfect.
Yeah.
Thank you. So that's one of those things that you can model and they can keep up with easily. Do you find that you have to ask, like, hey, have you done this certification yet? Or have you seen this guide this month? Like, do you have to share that with them individually?
Yes, I send it individually, the guide and then the certification, and say, okay, do you do this? And then if they ask me something about, I know that they can
You did
find
it.
there,
Yeah.
you need to read it again.
No, right. No, that's a great strategy to actually send the link or send the PDF of the guide and the link right away. Make it simple. I know a lot of people will get lost in the clicks, right? Click here, click there. So I
Some
think
people
that's
are not really good
tech
to
savvy. Yeah, yes. Uh-huh. Absolutely. No, I like that idea a lot. And it just like every month we can kind of go through one or two of them that make sense for that month and try to keep up with that. Thank you so much. Yeah, that's a great idea. And do you do any goal setting type activities with your consultants?
Yes, the goal for each of my consultants is to go to the consultant pro because
Mhm.
it's a lot of difference if you have like $450 and then
Yeah.
I always do see my my
Your
pay
stats, yeah, your reports.
and the
Yeah.
report, and then I say, okay, you need $50, you need $100, etc. So because it's more money for them, more status for them. So
Mhm.
I
Right.
I always start like a teacher, right? You need
Yeah, no, right.
and
Yes,
they
that's
they
great.
like
You're
it.
checking their grades and giving them feedback, right? Because not every consultant on our team has that habit of, halfway through the month double checking their stats, or even, like sometimes they might get lost in their stats. So I think that is helpful. And just to know that someone else cares about where your stats are, right? It's nice to have a partner in that who is coaching you through that. Um, so so I'm just going to give kind of an overview, right? So some of the key successful coaching tips that Karla has given us are encouraging your team to talk with you one-on-one, right? So instead of just speaking with your team via group chat, make sure you have individual conversations, whether it's phone call, whether it's messages, etc. You have those individual conversations with your team to personalize your coaching and your guidance that you're giving them as well. Make sure that your consultants have access to our existing resources, such as those wellness event guides, the certifications. Don't be afraid to do a little bit of hand holding of like, this month we're talking about this topic. Here's the guide. Here's the certification. Let's get it done if you haven't done so far. And really setting that higher standard of we're not just all trying to stay active with $100 a month, right? Because really, if you're trying to make this a business, yes, take advantage of the pro consultant bonus. Take advantage of that higher goal to really make your business count for you, right? So I love all of those tips. Anything else that you want to add, Karla, that we haven't talked about yet that's been helpful for you?
Really for the business is everything, but also I have more than 10 years here, and a lot of my consultants have the same time in my team. So one important thing is also not just business. So hey, have a great day. How is your mom? How is your
Right.
son? Everything. So it's making a relationship more strong, not just business, and that's like a fidelity in your group, and I love that. I love my
Yeah.
really.
And it feels better too that way, right? To know your team well, to connect with each other, and it just kind of like in any job, right? Your coworkers, right? That they're also your friends and your family. So yeah, thank you so much, Karla. Thanks. Can we give some applause to Karla in the chat? Thank you so much for joining us today and
Thank you
for
for
sharing
inviting
your
me. I'm
tips.
so excited.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Thank you so much. We
Bye-bye.
appreciate you. Bye, Karla. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, perfect. So thank you so much, Karla. We've got some good ideas to keep in mind for working with our own team as we add more members to our team, as we grow our team, and as we help more of them really take advantage of the used opportunity and become pro consultants. So perfect. Let me get my screen back up for you. And we just have a couple more things to go for tonight. So we're going to go over a tech tip. Do you remember last week we had our interview with Mari Carmen Armenta. Oh no, that was 2 weeks ago. We talked with Mari Carmen Armenta about some virtual demonstration tips and things like that. And I want to just go over, I know some people got excited when we were hearing from Mari Carmen of like, wow, she does such a great job and she's so knowledgeable about that and she's practiced a lot. But it can be a little bit scary to get started with that. So we want to just go over kind of what that can look like in a really simple format to get started doing some example demonstrations on TikTok. So, and the same tips, I'm going to try this one more time. I don't know if it's sharing sound. Yes, it is. Okay. So I'm going to give you just a quick little demonstration of what that looks like. How can you get started in a simple way, demonstrating products for customer needs on TikTok by just adding a couple of little features to them, okay? Let me know in the chat, do you already post product demonstrations on TikTok? Is that something you've tried before, or is it something that's new for you that you might be interested in? I would love to hear where you're at right now. I know I follow some of our consultants on there, but it's always good to see kind of where you're at. So I made just a little video from my phone so you can see me inside TikTok, so that you can see what the tools look like. So it might feel a little bit fast just because it's pre-recorded and it kind of feels like that sometimes. But I will do a review of the main things to do in a list form afterwards. So I'm going to play a little video so you can see me clicking around in TikTok. I even left in, I almost edited out some of the parts where it wasn't doing what I wanted it to, but I left them in so you can see, like, you just have to click and fix things sometimes, and it's okay. So here I am in TikTok showing you kind of how to set this up. Okay, so let's record an example TikTok with just a simple recording and simple text. So when I go into TikTok and press the little plus button to add something to my account, you'll notice that you can slide these options down here by the record button to limit what you're going to record. So if you only want TikToks that last a minute, you can limit yourself to 60 seconds. It will stop recording and it will kind of push that limit on you. If there's also 15 seconds, you could do 10 minutes. It's something that you can adjust using your toolbar over on the right if you need to, but I'm going to do 10 minutes just because sometimes when we're doing a demonstration, we want to be able to talk through the information, even if it's a few minutes. So you get to decide that. So just make sure you have a good setup, natural lighting if you can, device at a good angle as best you can, and then we're going to start to record. Okay, and so after you record, you're going to have this little red check mark that you can say, okay, I'm happy with that recording. It wants me to, hello. Okay. Okay, so it is asking me to add sound, things like that, right? I'm going to go in and edit mine just to take the volume off of it so that it's not being loud. You do have edit functions in. So TikTok will do that. It'll just like blast some sound at you after you record. Up at the top, you can just click and take it off. I love it. I was gonna like edit that out, and I was like, you know what? It's going to happen when you get in there, so I'm just gonna leave it in. But so normally you won't have to go into this editing function, but you will notice that TikTok will often automatically add something to your clip for you, and you can just X out of that music if you actually don't want it to bombard your audience. Okay. Here if you need it. But that way it won't be interrupting us. Okay, so after I record my demonstration, right, I'm going to come in and edit and add some things to it. So you can use that editing box if you need to cut any pieces or add other sounds, things like that. You may do that there. You can use different templates if you're getting fancy, but the main things that you'll want to do is add either text. So if you click on this little A that's over on the right-hand side of the toolbar, just click A and you can write just something. It's kind of like your hook phrase, right? So like, what is the need that you're talking about? If you go up to the top here, this little A in the box in the middle, that will automatically change the text setup for you. You can just drag it and pinch your fingers to resize it. Don't put it too close to the edge because it will get cut off by some of the other things that show up on TikTok around the edges. So you can put that up and leave that text up during your whole video. If you're not sure if it's going to last the whole video, just go back into edit and you'll see the little text box can be shortened to only pop up for a short period of time, or it can be as long as your video clip so that it's up the whole time. Okay, I'm going to go back. Another way to put that text up there, here, I'm going to delete this one, is to go into the sticker option and do a hashtag and put that in, put your keyword or your hook as your hashtag, right? So I'm going to just do fatigue, you could do skincare, you could do all sorts of things, and you can have that hashtag. It's not going to give you as many options to move it. It's going to kind of automatically correct if you get too close to the edge. But those hashtags are nice because you're labeling your content for your major needs that you're talking about. And when you go on to do the next portion of your post, you'll see that so like this is like this little picture here is like the thumbnail. This little cover is the thumbnail for what your content will look like when people open up your profile, right? So you do having that text on your video already is just nice because you can pick a spot in your video where your face doesn't look too weird. I feel like mine looks weird in all of these ones, but here we go. But you want to kind of choose a spot in your thumbnail where your face is not making a weird expression and you can see your text so that it's kind of like a little label when people go back to your profile and are looking for information, right? So here I would add a description. A lot of times you can spend more time on this, but you can also just do kind of like a brief call to action in that section. If you've already described the routine quite a bit in your TikTok, then just give your call to action of like, contact information is in my bio, shop the link in my bio, let me help you get started, things like that, and tell them what to do next. And you can add hashtags into this description as well. So you can really do a lot of things here in this section. Then down below, I usually do location. I usually add United States just to reach more of my United States audience, which is who I can sell used products to. There are some, where it says more options, I sometimes take off allow reuse of content, but that's up to you. I accept the music conditions saying I haven't used any music clips or audio clips that I don't have, that I'm not allowed to, and then I can post. Right? I'm not going to post because obviously this is not actual content that I just did, but it's super easy to just record your demonstration, add text, update your cover and description a little bit, add in a location if you want to be able to reach a United States audience more often, and then click post. Some other things. Okay. So that is what it looks like when you go in to record a quick demonstration in TikTok. Just a few things to remember. Let's record and okay, so first you go in and you record your demonstration. Remember, you'll be able to slide and choose if you want 15 seconds, 60 seconds, 10 minutes. That's just a limit. That doesn't mean your content has to last that long. It just means it will stop recording you at that time. Helpful for people who are trying to limit their content length for any reason. So, so record the demonstration. You do have the little edit bar if you need to edit. Otherwise, you can always re-record a couple times until you get what you need. Add in text by clicking on the little letter A. Let me just bring the video forward a little bit so you can see it again. So the little letter A on the right-hand side, right? So we have that toolbar on the side. Click on the letter A. That gives you a text box that you can fill in. There's some options up on top where you can change what that text looks like, and you just pinch and pull on your screen to make it bigger and to move it around. It's super easy. And then you can also do that with a sticker hashtag, which is another easy way to label your content. Choose a cover image where your face isn't making like a, like a weird face. It happens more than you'd think once you get going on this process of recording yourself. Write a description with a call to action. Add the location as the United States, and that's about it. And then you just post. You will notice that when you post to TikTok, you have to sit on the app and wait until your video completely loads. So don't close out the app until you see your video has completely loaded. A lot of times you'll just see the little progress bar once you hit post, or you can click on your profile and see like the little progress bar on your video. So please wait till it completely uploads and posts onto the platform before you leave it. Any questions? Can you let me know in the chat? What are you wondering? What wasn't clear? Or just let me know, like, I'm ready to try it if you feel like you have enough information to give it a whirl. Don't see any major issues yet. As always, you can reach out to me or Cesar or Cynthia, and we are always happy to help through technical difficulties as well, as you know. So reach out to us if you need any help. Be brave, give it a try. It doesn't even have to be perfect. A lot of our consultants practice for many times before all of a sudden they hit that target audience just right. So don't stress, just give it a try. It's an awesome way that is so simple to reach more people based on their needs. So all right. So, and just remember to, if you're going to post virtual content, remember all those tips that Mari Carmen gave us. Get right to the point, talk about that need, give the solution, give a call to action. and you want people to stick with you as they're scrolling, right? So get right to the point and get started. All right, so for our call to action today, please send your product link for the mature skin set to Cesar to let him know that you're going to sell at least one between now and Thursday to get that lavender essential oil. Catch up on any skincare workshops or certifications that you may have missed this month. Create 5 or more. And, with that same one, I recommend reaching out to your consultants on your team and making sure that they have the recordings of those workshops, that they have the wellness event guide for skincare, that they've taken the certification, just like Karla recommended in her interview with us as well. Create 5 or more virtual product demonstrations this week, whether you're more comfortable on TikTok or Facebook or Instagram, YouTube, etc. Work on just 5 simple virtual product demonstrations in the form of reels or lives this week, and work on selling at least $500 or more in products or sets to reach that pro consultant status this month, and really take advantage of your used business opportunity. Any questions? All right, you guys are doing awesome. So each week we're pushing ourselves to try new things and do a little more than the last to keep growing, personally, professionally, and with our used business. All right, so thank you so much. If you're catching the replay, thanks for joining us and catching up this week. Those of you who are here with us live, please stay tuned for a few time-sensitive reminders.